Meet Zohran Mamdani, a 33-year-old Democratic Socialist Assemblyman from Queens, and now the presumptive winner of the New York City Democratic mayoral primary held on June 24, 2025. Backed by progressive heavyweights like Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez and Bernie Sanders, and buoyed by energized youth voters, Mamdani surged past former Governor Andrew Cuomo in the first round of voting, securing over 43% of first-choice ballots. Cuomo's concession marks a seismic political shift, signaling the rise of a new, unapologetically progressive era in the New York City politics. Mamdani's platform is bold and ambitious. Rent freezes for 2.2 million tenants, free city buses, universal childcare, city-owned grocery stores, and a millionaire's tax to fund these sweeping reforms. But not everyone is celebrating. Among New York's 250,000 strong Indian diaspora, tensions are simmering. Many Indian Americans, especially Hindu voters, have expressed concern over Mamdani's repeated anti-Modi rhetoric. His participation in anti-India rallies outside Indian diplomatic missions in the US, often alongside individuals known for espousing anti-Indian views, has raised many red flags. Mamdani has gone so far as to call Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi a quote, war criminal. In a surprising twist, Mamdani also attended an Eid celebration at the Indian consulate in New York this year, a move that left many in the diaspora perplexed, accusing him of playing on both sides. Critics argue that Mamdani's actions are polarized despite his public use of Hindi, quoting Bollywood films, dialogues, and incorporating Bollywood songs into his campaign outreach. Indian American groups remain unconvinced. They accuse him of cultural pandering, even as he allegedly vilifies India's elected leadership on the global stage. Tensions escalated when Mamdani criticized other Indian origin leaders in New York, including Assemblywoman Jennifer Rajkumar, a practicing Hindu, and former state senator Kevin Thomas, for not openly condemning Modi and his government. He has also urged former Congresswoman Caroline Melanie to publicly renounce her association with Modi and condemn the atrocities he accuses the Indian PM of committing. In response, Jennifer Rajkumar fired back, saying, and I quote, "At a time when New Yorkers are struggling with real issues like rising crime, a housing crisis, and growing hate, we cannot afford to be distracted by extreme divisive language about foreign leaders. Our city deserves leaders who unite, not provoke, who build coalitions, not headlines." Similarly, Jaspreet Singh, a Sikh community leader and human rights lawyer, condemned Mamdani's tone. He said, and I quote, "Zohran has used his platform to amplify some of the worst anti-Hindu rhetoric imaginable. Words matter. Instead of uniting the Indian community, he seeks to divide us by religion, pitting Muslims and Hindus against each other. Associating Hindus with fascism is not only inaccurate, it's deeply offensive." As the general election approaches, Mamdani faces a critical test, not just as a progressive leader, but as a unifier. He must now balance his bold promises with the task of rebuilding trust among Indian American voters, many of whom feel alienated by his past remarks and associations. While the final contest for the mayor's office is still ahead, one thing is clear. This moment marks a pivotal chapter not just for New York's left-wing movement, but also for the political future of the city's Indians.